Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Jacksonville Jaguars franchise. And today we're sitting at 4-1. We suffered a loss to the Titans, 13-16. Then we bounced back, beat the Bears 10-6. And now we're going to be taking on those 0-4 Houston Texans. Now, we have some guys out. Hayward, out with a broken jaw. Paul Pruitt, out with broken ribs. And then Chris Sims, our quarterback, torn pectoral. He's going to be out for the next 3 weeks. Mike Harris will be the starter for us. He has 94 throw power, 94 throw accuracy, 83 awareness. As of right now, 10 touchdowns, 12 interceptions in his career. Grant Gardner is their starter in Houston, 99 throw power, 86 throw accuracy, just 68 awareness. He has also more interceptions than touchdown passes. They also have Marcus Harrison, running back. He was the top running back taken in last year's draft, so not this year's draft, but last year's draft he was a rookie, obviously. This year he is in his second year, hoping to be that bell cow that they know and love in Houston back when that other franchise was in Houston when they had Earl Campbell. And then I believe Eddie George was there for a year in Houston, Anyways, Harris looking downfield, going to throw it to Jackson. We want our running back to be a star as well, as Jake Jackson makes the catch, turns it upfield for a first down. Now we're going to hand the ball off to him, and he gets upfield for a nice run of 7 yards. Going to give it to him here again, right up the gut, north and south, attacking that front 7 of the Houston Texans as we pick up a first down. Going to go back to him here, runs a man over, pairs it with the stiff arm, still on his feet, and finally brought down at the Houston Texan 31-yard line. Oh, my goodness gracious, he looks like a fabulous running back here for the Jacksonville Jaguars. We're going to fake it to him. Looking downfield as Harris throws on his back. Foot's going to be picked off by Taylor. Ben Taylor, the ex-Brown, picks it off there, and that totally is not what we were trying to do. It looked like we want to walk away with some points, probably a touchdown. Instead, we got to get the ball to the Houston Texans via the INT. They run the ball with Harris. He's going to pick up, Harrison, He's going to pick up 3 yards. Then we give it to him for a TFL. 3rd down and 8. Gardner surveys the field, has time, throws it, caught by Wilford, the one-time Jacksonville Jaguar. Now they're going to run the ball with Harrison here. Has space to operate. Thomas is there to chase him down. And it's going to be a gain of 8 for the second-year running back. Gardner throws it deep. That pass caught by Bailey. And Bailey gets dragged down by Prescott at the 15. Now they run the ball with Harrison again, brought down by Johnson. And it looks like the Texans are on pace to take their early lead here. Gardner fires it, caught by Bailey, and that's going to give him a fresh set of downs. And it looks like there's a man slow to get up, and it's Andre Thomas. Can't afford to lose him. Gardner throws it to the back of the end zone, picked off by Prescott. Looks like he's thinking about bringing it out this side to just get tackled inside the end zone. So we're going to take it out to the 20-yard line. Prescott with another pick. He is 99 overall. The man's an absolute beast. I believe he's 99 overall. Correct me if I'm wrong. Harris, under some pressure, rolls left, throws this one away. So we're looking at 3rd down and 7. Going to spread things out. Looking for Chad Jackson, who makes the catch. And he's going to get brought down just shy of the 50. Now, in my mind, he is our second receiver. I have him as the 3rd receiver just so he's automatically put in the slot. Not every position when you just, do your packages, he ends up where I want him to end up. But if I put him at the 3rd receiver, he's kind of automatically there. Anyways, man, we're looking at a 0-0 ball game as we head to the second quarter of play. MJD gets the carry. And he's going to go nowhere fast. So 3rd down and 9. Harris looking downfield, running out of time, and down he goes. We let the pass rush get in there. Nobody picked up the blitzer, and down goes Harris. And the Texans get the football right back. And then we get some good pressure. That is McCoy, who's in for the injured Paul Pruitt, who makes the play there. But there goes Harrison. He's loose. Harrison going to get away from Murphy, takes it to the house. Touchdown, Houston Texans. And just like that, we're down by 7. This guy has all the talent in the world. They refused to give him the ball like that throughout the season last year. But this year, it's his team, and he's going to make the most of his chances. Sawyer, the rookie receiver, going to work his way upfield, gets brought down at the 24-yard line. So can we match this team score for score? Going to go back to the flat. Caught by Maurice Jones-Drew. And so far, our running backs have more receptions than our receivers. First down and 10. Play fake. Harris looking downfield, caught by Mercedes Lewis. Our big tight end makes the catch there for a first down. 12 personnel going to go to the flat, going to be broken up. Little short pattern by Sawyer, and it's well defended by Taylor. Now Jackson gets the carry, going to run the man over. He's been doing that all game long, and that's going to make it third down and manageable as we look for Fitzgerald. We were looking in his direction, but before we could pull the trigger, we get smacked, and we got to get the ball back to Houston, and now we're going to go after their quarterback a little bit as Evan Lee gets to him, and Brian Billiken's like, thank the heavens. Play fake. Gardner with all day, throws it to the left side, is caught by Bailey. He makes the catch for a solid pickup, sets up third down and 3. They run the ball with Harrison, and Marcus Harrison carries the ball for a Houston Texans first down. Gardner has all day, lets it fly deep, tight coverage by Darren Williams as he gets a hand up in there. Now second down and 10. Gardner surveys the field, has a man open. I mean, it was tight coverage, but in the NFL, that's open, and it's still going to result in a first down nonetheless. The nap pass was thrown through a very tight window, and Bailey gets his hands on that one. Now Harrison up the gut, going to get brought down by McCoy. And now it's going to be second down, 7 yards ago. We send the blitz. They throw it, and that pass hits the grass. Can we get off the field here? Third down and 7. They run the ball, toss play to Harrison. And Harrison gets brought down by Andre Thomas, who's back in the ball game, and that saves a first down. They're going to send the field goal team out there. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So the Houston Texans up 10-0. They haven't won the game at all. We're supposed to be one of the favorites in the AFC. But I guess any given Sunday, who knows what's going to happen. Harris looks downfield. That pass broken up, intended for Fitzgerald. And now it's second down and 10. The second-year man at LSU not having his best day. But that pass is caught by Fitzgerald. And we're going to get stopped shy of the first down by 2 yards. So third down, 2 yards to go here. Harris rolling right. Harris buying time. Now he throws it to MJD, who had a step. But we overthrow him. And now we got to send this one away. It's going to be Gay from inside his own 20. Gets brought down by Quentin Jammer, and Jammer is feeling the effects of that tackle. So a minute 01 on the clock. They run the football, and we get the stop there. Second down and 11. They go up the gut, and Harrison again gets stopped, but he's up over 100 yards. 10 carries, 10 yards per pop, plus a touchdown for the 6'1", 223-pound second-year running back. They run the ball with him again, and he's loose. Gonna drag Darren Williams to the 40. And now with 40 seconds on the clock, they're gonna go to the air. Gardner under some pressure, and McCoy gets in there for the sack. And after that sack, they will decide just to sit on the football. So 10-0 is the score going into the second half. I did not see this coming. I did not even think this was a possibility. Not today. But the Houston Texans up by 2 scores, and they get the ball to start the second half as Gay works his way up to the 25-yard line. That pass caught by McEwen, and that's going to result in a first down. First down and 10. Looking downfield, and that pass hits the Jaguars logo right on the eyeball. Now looking downfield, that pass going to be caught and then dropped. Tight coverage by Williams. Got a hand in there and gets that football out of the receiver's hands. That pass caught by Bailey on third down and 10. Just when you thought the Jaguars defense was going to make the play, we do not, but Williams is there to get a hand on that pass as well. The football goes straight to the grass. Harrison up the gut, another tackle by Thomas, and now it's third down and 5. Gardner surveys the field, lets it fly deep, looking for Bailey, who has a step on Murphy, makes the catch but out of bounds, so the defense does get the stop. And now we're back to the ground game with Jackson as he's going to pick up a gain of 3. Second down and 7. Harris surveys the field. Now he's going to roll back the other way right into a sack. And now it's going to be third down and 22. Harris steps up in the pocket, launches it deep for Fitzgerald, who makes the catch. And that is exactly what we need. Can we continue to make some plays downfield? And throw it to Vincent. Get your fullbacks involved. And the big fullback rumbles for another Jaguars first down. Going to hurry back to the line of scrimmage. Down by 2 scores. 4:05 to go in the third quarter. Going to throw this one. There was a player there, so no intentional grounding. Harris going to roll right, looking for Fitzgerald one more time. Makes the catch, gain of around 12, and another Jaguars first down. One of our best drives of the ball game. Looking downfield, Harris lets it fly, looking for Mercedes Lewis in double coverage, but a perfect pass beats perfect defense. We're going to run the ball here with Jackson, and Jackson, he's going to get put down at around the 8-yard line. Second down and goal. Harris looking for Lewis, throws it behind him, and Poole is there for the pick. And that right there was a disastrous way to end the drive. So Harris, he's going to get the carry as he takes it upfield for a gain of 5. Second down and 5 now. Garner avoids the rush, throws it to Bailey, and guess what he did? He caught the ball yet again. Every pass to Bailey seems to be a completion. Garner fires it to Cook. There again, their fullbacks involved, and now Matt McCoy. He's shaken up, so we're thin at linebacker. Garner steps up, launches it deep. It's going to be caught. Touchdown. The Texans are now up 17 to not a darn thing, and we're the home team. And we're 4-1. We're supposed to be a contender for the AFC Championship and another Super Bowl, and the Houston Texans are giving us all we can handle. Sawyer up to the 25, up to the 30, and finally gets tackled down at the 31-yard line. Harris from the gun, looking downfield as he rolls right, throws it to Sawyer. He's going to have to work his way upfield, and he's able to pick up 3 yards, second down and 7. They send the blitz. We throw it deep. We have a man wide open, caught by Chad Jackson, and he's off to the races and caught from behind as he works his way to midfield. To the 20-yard line, excuse me. We would hurry up, but we ran out of time. So fourth quarter action now. Looking for Mike Williams, the USC legend, makes the catch right there. Turns around, picks up a gain of 11 and a first down. Harris looking downfield, rolls left, looking, buying time, runs out of time, and finally gets put down. Harris going to throw this one to the flat, going to the big fullback, who gets to about the 2-yard line. Third and goal, we run the ball with Jackson, and they saw it coming, and they blow that play up. So fourth and goal, we're going to go for it. Harris going to step up in the pocket, and he's going to take it himself. Cross the goal line, touchdown Jacksonville, and that's finally our first points of the ball game with 6:02 to go here in the fourth quarter. Gardner with a 10-point lead to work with. Throws it left side, caught by Ricks, quick tackle by McCoy, who's back in the ball game. Gain of just 1 on that pass play. They're going to run the ball, and Johnson with a huge hit on Harrison, their running back. Third down and 6. Gardner surveys the field, throws it, and Murphy gets a hand on that pass. So our defense forces a 3 and out. Harris looking downfield, throws it to Chad Jackson, who had a linebacker on him, and he's going to take it inside the 20, inside the 10-5, touchdown Jacksonville. So just when you thought the game was over, Mike Harris has led back-to-back scoring drives, especially with the help of Chad Jackson, who gets this one in the end zone himself, and now we find ourselves down by just 3. So can the Cardiac Cats make it a comeback? Gay going to work his way up to the 25-yard line, brought down right there. First down and 10. They're going to give this thing to Harrison. Harrison going to get popped by McCoy. Good play by our backup linebacker there. Gardner surveys the field with time. Throws it. Big hit by Johnson. Lays the hit stick. And that pass goes straight to the grass. Then they give the ball to Cook on third down and 10. He goes nowhere fast, and we take over. Going to go with the ground game, and there goes Jackson. Jake Jackson crosses midfield with a big run, and now we're in enemy territory. Jackson gets the carry here. Nice spin move to get away, and he's been breaking tackles left and right since the first quarter, since the first drive. That pass caught by Jackson. All kinds of speed out of Chad Jackson out of Florida. Gonna make the catch, takes it to the 2-minute warning with a first down. Jake Jackson goes nowhere on that play, loss of 1. Second down, 11, gonna give it to him here. Gonna follow the fullback. He's gonna get that 1 back plus another 3. So third down and 7, looking for Sawyer. We go to the rookie, and the rookie comes through when we need him to. First and 10, we run the ball with Jackson. He gets spun down. Under a minute to go here. 25 seconds to work with. Play fake. Harris under pressure. Harris going to get sacked. The ball is loose, and the Jaguars recover it. Now, this will be a booth review. We maintain possession, which is the biggest thing. But instead of being backed up as far as we were because of the fumble recovery, we'll have a little bit of that field position back, and that's exactly what happened. So the play is overturned. So 14 seconds on the clock. Going to the end zone, and we find Larry Fitzgerald for the touchdown. 21 unanswered points, and the Jaguars have taken the lead. 11 seconds on the clock. Gay up to the 20. Up to the 25. He has space. Finally gets dragged down just shy of the 40. 6 seconds on the clock. Garner fires it. Gonna find Wilford. He gets down inside Jaguars territory at around the 44-yard line. We send a blitz. They throw the ball up. That pass gonna be caught by Emmanuel, but shy of the end zone. And the Jaguars come back and win this one versus the Houston Texans. The Texans gave us all that we could handle. But in the fourth quarter, the big bullies of Jacksonville got their act right and started to act right and got this one done. So there's 13 carries for Jackson, averaging 4.6 yards a carry. But man, oh man, well, we were able to feed him. He was able to produce in a major way. Also caught the ball very, very well. 2 catches, I believe over 40 yards on those 2 catches. Chad Jackson, though, an incredible game. Larry Fitzgerald with a touchdown-winning reception. Defense balled out all game long. Prescott with a pick. And then, of course, man, our man, Mike Harris, quarterback out of LSU, played very, very well in that fourth quarter. Besides that, it was kind of ugly, but hey, it is what it is. Steelers over the Chargers. The G-Men gets shut out by the Bengals. Then the Ravens over the Broncos. The Skins, they would beat the Browns. Eagles over those Saints. You know what happened in our game. Then the Rams over the Bears. Dolphins over the Patriots. Cowboys, they fall to the Falcons. The Colts, they get their first win of the season as they beat the Chiefs. Then you got the Vikings falling to the Niners. You got the Raiders over the Buccaneers, Cardinals over those Packers, and I believe the Bills got the win in their matchup on Monday Night Football. NFL icon is still Byron Leftwich. 99 throw power, 99 throw accuracy, 99 awareness, but the interceptions have been piling up with his days as a 49er. So Davis, 99 overall for those Dolphins. Stroud, the ex-Jaguar there as well. John Billups, if they did not select him, I would have picked him instead of Paul Pruitt. But Paul Pruitt fell to us in this draft because Miami, they took Billups. And Billups has been an absolute beast. One of the best draft picks of a CPU team, I think, in this franchise because now he's 96 overall. Casey looks pretty good with 89 throw power, 86 throw accuracy. And those Miami Dolphins, one of the best teams in the league. Matter of fact, they are up there with the Tennessee Titans. So it's the Titans and them. Obviously, we had the same record, but we lost to the Titans. So the Titans, they're outdoing us as of right now at 5-0. They got a bye week, good for them. So we're going to try to beat the Miami Dolphins with our backup quarterback. Jones going to take the opening kickoff up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. They're going to fire this one quickly. Caught by Clayton. LSU Tiger, ex-Buccaneer, makes the catch there. They fake it to Ronnie Brown. Casey going to fire it to Ronnie Brown. Makes the catch. Nice stiff arm. And Johnson is there to bring him down. Run play to Ronnie Brown again. And Brown to midfield. And Brown to the 45. And Brown brought down at the 41-yard line. First down and 10. Brown going to get popped by Johnson. And that's a big hit to stop the big veteran running back out of Auburn. That pass caught by Hayden all the way down to the 10-yard line. So they can still get a first down, like getting a touchdown, and instead they cough it up, and we're there for the recovery. McCoy recovers the fumble. John Henderson with the sack and the forced fumble, and the Jags take over. We're going to run the ball. We get popped at the 15 and go nowhere after that. Looking for Fitzgerald. Makes the catch here. Breaks the tackle. He's loose as he gets up to the Jaguars 37-yard line. Beautiful pass right here by Harris. Fitzgerald ran a beautiful route, got away from Jones, and then picked up a good block, and then finally got dropped. Looking downfield on first down and 10 is Harris. Under some pressure, throws it behind Lewis. Last game that ended up in a pick. This time just a broken up pass, and there goes Billups doing his thing in the run game as well. Third down and 12. Harris steps up, throws the corner route. It's caught by Dishman, but out of bounds. We had Fitzgerald open as well. That pass going to be caught by Clayton, and Clayton's going to take this one to the crib. So he is who everybody thought that he could be with the Miami Dolphins instead of with the Buccaneers, as he takes that pass to the crib, and yet again, we find ourselves down on the scoreboard. Williams got beat by the bigger receiver, couldn't catch up to him, And that's going to be all she wrote for that drive, and we are down 7 on the scoreboard. We're going to run the ball with Jackson. We're going to try to get this ground game going. He's going to pick up 2 yards there. Harris looking downfield, steps up, nowhere to go, nowhere to hide, and down he goes. 3rd down and 14 after the sack. We step up, we throw it deep to Chad Jackson, who makes the catch, and he continues to make play after play for us in this episode. Harris looking downfield, looking for Jackson again, and Chad Jackson makes another catch, takes a big hit stick, but hangs on to the football and appears to be A-OK. Looking downfield, going to find our man Mike Williams, and Williams makes the catch and falls forward for another 1st down. I love having Mike Williams, one of my favorite players back when he was in college. But my goodness gracious, we have so many weapons. You would think our offense would be firing on all cylinders, but it really hasn't been that way today with our backup quarterback. Anyways, the Dolphins are up 7-0 as we head to the 2nd quarter of play. 2nd down and 10. Harris trying to buy some time, gets hit, and that pass goes straight to the grass. 3rd down and 10. Harris with time, throwing it to the rookie, and that pass broken up, could have very easily been intercepted. So Glover going to come out there in the 2nd-year kicker, going to knock home this field goal, and we're down 7-3. Jones going to take this one up those hash marks, past the 20 to the 25-yard line. Casey with good field position, fires it to Clayton, another catch there, and that right there, I believe he's creeping up on 100 yards with that reception. They fired to the right side, caught by Hayden, but not in bounds. So 2nd down and 10, Brown gets the carry here. All kinds of daylight, breaking ankles in the secondary, and finally chased down by Jammer. So Casey with time throws it to the left side, caught by Williams, and they have it inside the 20. The Dolphins are putting together a very nice drive, looking to add to their lead. So 1st down and 10 at the 20-yard line. Casey fires it, caught by Clayton. Clayton gets brought down right at that 1st down marker, but they're going to say he's a yard shy. Brown gets the carry, and Figgins is there for the stop. Good play by our corner. 3rd down and 6. 4-man rush, not going to get to the pass. Is caught by Williams. Murphy saves a touchdown as they work their way inside the 10. Brown to the outside, and Murphy is there for the stop yet again. Last play he had sleeves, that play no sleeves. They're going to throw it to the right side, and it's dropped. Mark Andrews, I'm just joking. All love. 3rd down and goal. Casey fires it. Looked to be a backwards pass. We're going to say it was a forward pass, incompletion there. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So 10-3 is the score. Sawyer, 15, 20. Gets dropped at the 22-yard line, and we got to try to put back-to-back scoring drives together to keep pace with this Dolphins offense. Harris looking downfield. Dishman is wide open. The rookie receiver had 2 rookie receivers, him and Sawyer. Another catch right there. 5 for 9 is Harris. 1st and 10. Gonna get this thing to Jackson, and Jackson gonna get chopped down but picks up a positive gain. 2nd and 5. Play fake. Harris looking downfield. Has Fitzgerald, who makes the catch, and he's loose. The DB went for the football. So Fitzgerald made the catch and got away for a big gain, as now we're in Dolphin territory, and there goes Jackson, this running people over. I love it. 2nd down and 5. Harris pump faking. Harris running out of time as the Dolphins get to him with the sack. 3rd down and 13. Harris dropping back and look Jones's way. Gets hit. The ball comes out, and we got to give this one to Miami. So they have a 7-point lead. They're going to run the ball here. We do get the ball first to start the 2nd half. Play fake. Casey throws it, and that pass incomplete. The ref might have got in the way. 49 seconds to work with, and Brown's going to pick up a 1st down easily, and Miami burns a timeout. They have 1 left. 45 seconds on the clock. That pass caught by Hayden, and Hayden's going to work his way up to the 31-yard line. 2nd down, 6 yards to go. Casey lets this one fly in the traffic, nearly intercepted by Murphy. That would have been a huge play for us. Brown gets the carry, brought down by Johnson. He's shy of the 1st down, so we're going to burn a timeout and see if we can't do something with 11 seconds on the clock. Taking a shot deep to Fitzgerald, man-on-man coverage, and it's going to fall incomplete. 4 seconds now on the clock. Harris rolls right now, looks back to the left side, double coverage on Chad Jackson, but there's a flag down as they swat the ball away, and Swift will be called for PI. So we get it at midfield with no time on the clock. Got to go to the end zone, and Harris going to get sacked, and that's going to do it for the 1st half of play. So Miami has a 7-point lead. It's been all of them offensively, as we have less than 100 total yards. Sawyer having trouble getting the ball. He does get it here, breaks a tackle, and gets dropped, at the 21-yard line. Can we score on this drive? Gonna go to the ground. Jackson trying to bounce it, and he gets brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Harris looking. Harris going down as Billups gets to him, and now it's 3rd down and 16. Harris surveys the field looking for Chad Jackson, who had it, but the hit knocks the football loose. It was Jones that made contact, and now Lorenzo Miles with the sack right there. Gotta love that name, and that's gonna be a loss of 5. 2nd down and 15. Casey going deep and give me that Yahoo Zay her, a big time interception there, and we got this thing on back the other way. Jackson to the left side, nice run there as we get to midfield with a pickup of 7 yards. They stack the box. We're still going to run this thing, and we're going to get to that orange line. Is enough for a 1st down? Yes, it is. Jackson gets the carry here, and Jackson going to work his way upfield to the 40. Gain of 7 again. 2nd down and 3. He's been a busy man this drive. Picks up another 1st down. And now we are rocking and rolling inside Dolphins territory. Going to fire this one to Chad Jackson, and we're up to the 30-yard line. 7-yard gain again. 2nd down and 3. Harris looking for Fitzgerald. Another completion and another 1st down. It's been a beautiful drive, but can it end with some points? Harris under pressure. Billups with the hit, and they almost had an INT to end our drive. Jackson gets the carry here, and again another pickup of around 7. 3rd down and 3. Harris looking in a fine Mercedes Lewis, breaks 1 tackle, and then dropped at the 2-yard line. 1st and goal. We give it to Jackson. They blow that play up. They knew it was coming, and they sent their dogs. We're going to run this one, and Jackson crosses the goal line, but there's a yellow hanky on the field holding by Mills. 2nd down and goal, erases the touchdown. We run the ball, and again they blow it up. So 3rd down, we're 2 for 6 on 3rd down. We step up, we rifle it, and it's broken up. We got to settle for a field goal. So that holding call erases the touchdown. So instead of it being tied, we find ourselves down by 4. Jones gets away from Jammer. Jones running upfield and finally gets brought down to end the 3rd quarter of play. Miami up by 4 to start the 4th quarter with the football. They get the ball to Ronnie Brown, and Ronnie Brown going to drag a defender for a gain of 9. We come on our nickel defense. Casey throws it, caught by Hayden, and the Dolphins make the play for a 1st down. Now they run the ball with Brown, and Brown still, he got to be old. I guess not that old, but he's been in the league, I want to say 8 years at this point, and he's still getting the game. He's still getting the ball. He's still getting the game plan, and he's still toting that rock. Something vicious. They take a shot deep here, broken up by Murphy. That's a good play. We have to hold him to a field goal or get a turnover. That would be great to get a turnover right here. They run the ball with Brown, breaks 1 tackle. Then Lorenzo Miles is there for the stop. 3rd down and 8. Casey looking, throwing it, caught, but shy of the 1st down. So we do hold him to the field goal as the kick is going to be up and good. And we find ourselves down by 7. We gotta put a drive together here that does something that we haven't done all game. Score a touchdown. That's what we need. 1st down and 10. Harris looking for Sawyer. Makes the catch there, and the rookie with another grab and another 1st down. 3:38 on the clock. Harris under some pressure lets it fly. It's going to be dropped by Jackson. Our running back, Jake Jackson, not Chad Jackson. Harris under pressure, and Billups gets to him again. Billups has just been a menace to society since he got into the league. We get pressure, the pass goes to the grass, and we get the ball back to the Dolphins. Our defense has to get a stop. We can't surrender any points. First play of the drive goes for a 1st down. They get the ball back to Ronnie Brown. We saw it coming. Evan Lee with the stop there. 3rd down and 8. They're going to run the ball, play fake. Now they're going to throw it deep. That pass caught by Clayton, got both feet in bounds. 1st down and 10 is there in field goal range. They fire it, caught by Clayton, but out of bounds. There's going to be a booth review, and it looked like the play was called correctly on the field, as it looks like that left foot comes in out of bounds, but they're going to say it was caught, both feet inbounds, and that's going to be a 1st down for those Dolphins. Brown gets the carry again, breaks 1 tackle, and then Dexter is there for the stop. 2nd down, 4 yards to go. They get the ball to Brown here, and Brown is going to cross the goal line. Touchdown, Dolphins, and the lead balloons up to 14, and it's now 20-6. So we got to score quickly, as now Sawyer is shaken up. So we're going to be a little bit short-handed. Dishman's going to fill his shoes. So rookie replaces rookie as we throw it to Dishman, and that pass will fall incomplete. Second down and 10, That pass going to be caught by Mike Williams. Big hit, but a first down nonetheless. A bigger catch. Minute 08 to work with. Taking a shot deep to Fitzgerald. Holds it in. Chased down from behind by Jones as we hurry back to the line of scrimmage. 47 seconds to work with. We fire it. Fitzgerald makes another catch. And now Harris is hurt, and I believe that takes a timeout away from us. So now we got to go for the onside kick. And can we recover it? And the answer is no as it goes out of bounds. And Miami's going to milk the clock from there. So if we keep that timeout, we give ourselves a chance. But with 45 seconds on the clock and 2 timeouts, we do not have enough time to stop them. And that will be your ball game. So Mike Harris, he will be out for the game. So we do not have to worry about our third-string quarterback at all. We have a bye week, so that might allow Chris Sims to come back as listed as probable and probably play in our next game versus the Indianapolis Colts. So that bye week comes at a perfect time after losing to the Miami Dolphins. I mean, the Dolphins, again, one of the better teams in the AFC. It's going to be fun to see if they can make it to the postseason and do some damage. But yeah. When it comes to interceptions, DeAntoine Johnson with that user, it was a good game for him as far as that goes. And he had some big hits on some big running backs in these past 2 games, but it just wasn't enough to get enough stops defensively to beat those Miami Dolphins. Cowboys, they beat those Cleveland Browns. The Giants over the Bears. Bengals over the Ravens 30-6. Panthers over the Bucks 27-6. Those Saints, they lose to the Chargers 13-10. Falcons over those Chiefs. Texans fall to the Jets. Texans are 0-6. Bills over those Rams. You know what happened in our game. Lions, they would fall to the 49ers. Both teams are 5-1. The Patriots, they will fall to the Titans. And then you got the Packers getting beat down by the Seahawks. Eagles over those Vikings. And then the Raiders over the Steelers in overtime. Week number 8 is our bye week. And now let's check out the winners and losers there. Skins, they fall to the Cowboys. Cowboys are 5-3. Skins are 5-2. Titans, they're going to lose for the first time versus the Colts, who have back-to-back wins. Then you got the Eagles over the Ravens. Texans over the Bears. The Texans get their first win of the season. Panthers over the Falcons. Jets lose to the Dolphins in overtime. Dolphins are 7-1. Then you got the Chargers over the Browns. Chiefs over the Bucks. Niners over the Packers. Packers are 0-7. Then you got the Broncos over the Saints. Cardinals over the Patriots by 1. Seattle over Buffalo Bills. Raiders fall to the Bengals, and the Vikings beat down the Detroit Lions. So in the AFC, Dolphins, Titans, Broncos, Bengals, Chargers, Jaguars. Oh my, that would be our playoff teams if the playoffs started today. But they don't. And we got to take on the Colts, who have won 2 in a row. Congratulations to them. Mike Holmgren is their coach. Matt Leinart is their quarterback. Pretty decent team. Still got Joseph Adai toting that rock behind Leinart. But man, oh man, they are bringing up the bottom of the AFC South along with those Houston Texans. That gave us everything that we could handle. So who knows? Can the Colts win 3 games in a row? And can we bounce back after a bye week and a loss to the Miami Dolphins? Chris Sims will play today. He's not exactly 100%, but he will play today. Matt Leinart fires that thing. Caught by Williams. Big hit. And that's going to result in a gain of 4. They're going to fake the run. Leinart throws it, and that pass caught by Barry, and that will be a first down. I love to see Mike Holmgren's playbook. He uses all that West Coast old school Bill Walsh formation, so whenever he changes teams, he takes that playbook with him. First down and 15. After the false start, Matt Leinart with time throws it. It's caught by Grant. And Grant was a bright spot for this team when we last played as he took 2 kick returns to the crib. That pass going to be caught by Joseph Adai, brought down by McCoy. So no Paul Pruitt still. First down and 10. Then a run the ball with Adai, brought down by Dexter. And now it's second down and 4 after the 6-yard pickup. Leinart to the end zone, double coverage, but it somehow gets to Williams. Matt Leinart throws a strike, caught for the Colts touchdown. And this guy doing too much. He does a dance, and then you hop into the crowd. Like, do one or the other. Don't do both. I feel like you're rubbing it in our face. Anyways, we're going to get to see Chris Sims for the first time in like a month as MJD going to take this one up to the 25 and brought down at the 27-yard line. First down, we're going to run this thing with Jackson. Jackson going to turn the corner. And then Jackson, he's going to pick up a gain of around 9. Looking downfield for Chad Jackson, who's in for Sawyer, and he's going to be out for a month. So first down and 10, we get the ball to Jake Jackson, and he works his way upfield for a nice gain. Gain of 8, second down, 2 yards to go. No pass rush to speak of from the Colts, going to find Dishman, and he works his way upfield. So a nice drive, and I can tell you just by the feel, Sims is a better quarterback, and he's in a contract year. Now, I would like Mike Harris to be the heir to the throne, but if we sign Sims, what does that mean for Harris? And again, I feel like Sims is the better quarterback as of right now. Sims looking downfield, throws it to Jackson, and look at that pass. Chris Sims, how do you do what you do? Touchdown Jacksonville, as this football game is all knotted up at 7 apiece. Look at that pass. Put it only where his guy could make the catch. Grant up to the 20. Breaks the tackle to the 25. And finally gets brought down at the 26-yard line. First down and 10. Single back look. Quick pass. Caught by Cumbie. Brought down by Prescott. First down Indianapolis. Minute 04 to go here in the first quarter of play. Matt Leinart takes a shot deep. Has a man open. That's Grant, who has been our kryptonite this season. Although the Colts might not beat us, we know who their star player in the future will probably be, and that's Grant, as Leinart is 8 for 8, a $119 plus a touchdown to end the first quarter of play. Second down and 6, Leinart all day. Leinart throws it. That pass broken up. First pass of the second quarter is his first incompletion of the game. That pass going to be caught by Berry, and he's not going to pick up a first down. And it looks like Murphy is a little bit shaken up. So hopefully that's not too serious, as now the Colts got to settle for a field goal, and Neil Racker's kick is up, and it is good. And the Colts find themselves up by 3. Maurice Jones-Drew to the 20, to the 25, and brought down right there. Can we tie this football game up or better take the lead? We're going to run the ball with Jackson. Got caught in the backfield but got away. Picks up 5 yards. Could have easily been like a 3-yard loss. Now we're going to find Fitzgerald showing off his hands there. Takes a big hit by Willis, who had a pick in that first matchup. Taking a shot deep, caught by Fitzgerald again, and that's going to be a good chain mover there. I formation. MJD gets the carry. Still has that speed at 94 overall and takes it upfield with a quickness for a gain of 9 and a first down. MJD gets the carry here, and that's going to be a solid pickup for a first down. Jackson gets the carry. He coughs it up, and Adrian Wilson with the recovery gets brought down by Mercedes Lewis. So we had ourselves a good-looking drive. Instead, we get the ball back to the Colts. Cumbie makes the catch, and again, the Colts, they're trying to make themselves a run with a third straight victory that can get the job done here. That pass caught by Grant, who seems to always get open, as there's nothing but bodies down in the backfield. Now Joseph Adai breaks a tackle. He gets loose, picks up a good block, and gets popped as he crosses the 30-yard line. So they're just marching deeper and deeper in Jaguars territory. That pass caught by Adai, and Adai is going to work his way upfield for a gain of 6. Now they run the ball with him. Prescott's there to slow him up. Henderson with the takedown to finish him off, but it's a first down for Indy. The Colts marching again. Cumbie with another catch, gain of 9. They're going to give the ball to the fullback. Now they fake it to the fullback, give it to Adai, picks up a first down, brought down by Lee. First and goal. They fake it, and then they try to run it. Mike Holmgren, get that play out your playbook. You ain't never had a quarterback that can run that like that. You feel me? Third down and goal. Minute 09 on the clock. Leinart fires it, caught by Grant, and that will result in a touchdown. So the Indianapolis Colts, they drive downfield, put 7 up on the board, and we find ourselves down by 10. And every game this episode, we have been down. That's not fun. I don't like it. We've been down by 2 scores all game long, all video long. Taking a shot deep. Good coverage as that pass is broken up. 58 seconds to work with. Chris Sims looking for Dishman, his rookie receiver, makes the catch right there, and that's going to result in a pickup of 9 yards. They run commit for whatever reason. We take a shot deep, and Mike Williams makes the catch right there. Move those chains. First down and 10. Sims looking for Fitzgerald, but that pass didn't stand a chance as the pressure gets to our quarterback. Sims looking downfield, throws it to Jackson, hauls it in, and Jackson gets us inside the 10-yard line. First and goal. Sims surveys the field, rolls right, buying time, takes a hit as he throws this one away. 16 seconds on the clock. Sims rolls left, looking for Chad Jackson. He is so clutch. He has been Mr. Everything for us today. So 17-14 is the score. Grant takes this one up the middle on the kick return. Brought down at the 26-yard line. 8 seconds on the clock. They're going to run it. And that right there is going to do it for the first half of play. So the Colts have a 3-point lead. But we get the football first. Maurice Jones-Drew up to the 20-yard line, up to the 25, and gets brought down at the 26-yard line by Wilson. First down and 10. Sims fires it to Dishman, makes the catch, and he's a good-looking rookie receiver. And that's going to work out for a first down. Our last 2 pairs of rookie receivers were Jammer and Johnson, and they really didn't work out too well. But Sawyer, when healthy, and Dishman looked pretty solid. Sims looking downfield, has Fitzgerald wide open in between that Tampa 2 defense that the Colts, I guess, still run under Mike Holmgren. And he make the catch for a first down. Jackson breaks another tackle, and he's going to get popped after a gain of 2. And then bring the ball to him again. He gets wrestled down right at that orange line. Not enough for a first down. So third down and short. Sims rolls left, throws it to Jackson, gets both feet in bounds. He's a power back that got the finesse of a receiver on the sideline, like Chris Carter showing off those tippy toes. We're going to run the ball, pick up a decent gain there. There's nothing going on that play, but we still get some positive yards. And now Vincent, get your fullbacks involved. Touchdown, Jaguars. And just like that, we have taken the lead. So 21-17, Jags on top. Adai gonna get brought down by Prescott with mean intentions. Second down and 8. Leonard, behind a good wall of protection, finds Cumbie, but shy of the first down. Third down and 2. Toss play again. Adai brought down by Prescott. Looks like a TFL, and we get off the field with a 3 and out. Now we run the ball with Jackson, breaks 1 tackle. Most times he's going to make at least 1 guy miss, picks up 3 feet there. Won't make 1 guy miss here, but does get swung forward for a okay game with 3 for 3 on third down. Can we make it 4 for 4 looking for the rookie? And Dishman makes the catch. And Sims has been in fuego all game long. Sims going to roll left. Looking downfield for Jackson. 40, 35, 30. And Jackson's doing it on the ground and through the air. They said that we would have flying cars in the future, and he's proven to be just that. Jackson up the gut. Jackson has a first down, brought down by Wilson, gain of 11. MJD up the gut, trying to beat up this front 7 of the Colts, but they stop him. Looking downfield as they bite on the play fake. Adrian Wilson got beat, looking in the backfield, and Lewis with the touchdown catch. And we find ourselves up by 2 scores now. Grant takes this one up to the 35-yard line. First down and 10. Matt Leonard with time. Lets it fly. Caught by Berry. Breaks a tackle. Breaks another. Gets away again. There's a flag down. Going to be a face mask. So we even grabbed them by the face mask and couldn't bring them down. And now they're inside our territory. Joseph Adai up the gut. And that's going to result in a gain of 3 yards. Nickel defense for the Jags. They throw it. It's caught by Cumbie. Leonard still has that accuracy that scouts were drooling over when he was a college quarterback coming out of USC. Heisman Trophy winner, All-American. Second down and 5. Leonard with time. And Lionheart lets this thing fly. Double coverage. Incomplete there. Third down and 5. Split back look. Tied into the right side. As we come out on the 4-3, they fake it to the fullback. They throw it to the right side, caught by a die, but he's not going to have enough for a first down. Matter of fact, they ruled it incomplete. So the kick is on its way, and the kick is up and good. So that's going to make it a 1-possession lead for the Jaguars. A touchdown by the Colts and a 2-point conversion can tie it up, but can this defense stop us? We're going to run the ball with Jackson, and Jackson breaks 1 tackle, then loses his helmet, but picks up 6 yards in the process. He has his helmet, he has the ball, picks up maybe 1 yard there. So third down and 3. We're 4 for 4. Can make it 5 for 5. No, we cannot, as we go 3 and out. So the Colts have all the life that they need to try to make a comeback. Grant makes the catch there. Gain of 12. First down. Leonard faces a 4-man rush. The Colts O-line picks it up. Going to find Berry. Brought down by Prescott right at midfield. First and 10. Evan Lee with the sack. No Reggie Hayward. We got to get sacks from some other place, and Lee has answered the call along with Lorenzo Miles. Don't forget about him, my namesake. You got to love him. And there goes Lorenzo Miles right on cue with the sack. Leonard backed up. Third down and long, and McComas with the sack as well. Back back-to-back sacks for this Jaguars front four. We get some more pressure. They throw it to Barry, and he goes nowhere fast. So we are in field goal range, and Liner is hurt. So if he can't go, it'll be Delgado. First down and 10. We're going to run the ball with Jackson. And Jackson, he's going to get brought down, and they're going to call a timeout. They have one left. Second down and 7. Get the ball to Jackson again. And they're not going to call a timeout here. So we're going to let the clock wind down. 57 seconds. We snap it. MJD gets the carry. He goes nowhere. They have no timeouts. And if this field goal is up by Glover, second-year kicker, and it looks to be good, and it is good, they're going to be down by 11 with no timeouts. And I think a backup quarterback as Grant gets brought down by a jammer at the 25-yard line. So 49 seconds on the clock. And there goes Delgado. Delgado lets it fly. That pass caught and then dropped. You got to help out your backup quarterback. 43 seconds to work with. Four-man rush. They throw it quickly. Double coverage. And it's going to be picked off by Darren Williams. And that is going to do it. 31-20. We were down by 2 scores at one point, but we come back as Chris Sims makes his comeback after being injured. And again, Chris Sims played probable, and he played very, very good as a probable quarterback. Again, he is a 10-year veteran, been in the league 9 years. So, I mean, quarterbacks, they can kind of extend their career to like age 37. Offensive linemen, they can go like to age 40. Kickers to like age 40. Quarterbacks, sometimes they retire kind of early, relatively speaking. Sometimes they stick around. But I think for us in our window of opportunity with this squad, with Larry Fitzgerald, with Prescott in his prime, and with Hayward, he's kind of winding down as well. Do we sign Sims this upcoming offseason? And if we do, what does that mean for Harris? Because today's episode kind of proved to me, and again, I'm not the best at this game. I'm decent. But to me, we play a lot better with Chris Sims at quarterback. Do we re-sign him and maybe trade Harris? Because we don't want to let this talent just sit on the bench forever. And in reality, in today's world, he probably would demand a trade anyway if we did do that. So just throwing out some scenarios for the future because I don't see myself stopping this series just yet. And this is year number 7. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I do hope that the rest of your day is the best of your day. Too many again, my friends. Peace, love. Hot sauce.